In today's video, we're talking about the North Canyon Consolidated Justice Court. The North Canyon Consolidated Justice Court is a mouthful to say, but it is located here in Arizona. It's in Mohave County. It's in northern Arizona. There's not a lot of activity up there in terms of population or cities or towns, but a lot of people pass through this court's jurisdiction and we see them charged with crimes. So today we're going to tell you a little bit more about this court. We'll tell you about the court's jurisdiction, the geographic area of land over which this court has power. We'll tell you about the prosecutors who are in charge of representing the government. We'll tell you a little bit more about the judge herself. So let's dive into it. When we're talking about jurisdiction, as I said, we're talking about the geographic area, the land, the boundaries over which this court has control. It's important that we understand that, because if you're stopped and cited outside of that court's jurisdiction, that legal boundaries of that court, but you're still charged in that court, the court really doesn't have any jurisdiction over you. It has no authority to hear your case, and so your case should be dismissed. So when we're talking about North Canyon, this is what it looks like. This is the border, this is the boundaries of the North Canyon Consolidated Justice Court. You can see most of the activity is going to be up north there. You have the airport up there, you have Colorado City, which is a town in Arizona, and then you have the Arizona State Highway 389. Northern Arizona, right around here, there's going to be the Grand Canyon. There's a lot of activities, a lot of things to see in northern Arizona. Things like Horseshoe Bend, Antelope Canyon, and there's the Colorado River just over to the west. So a lot of people are in this general area. We see a lot of people who are coming from Arizona to go up into Utah and Colorado, and those northern parts of town or of the country may actually pass through the North Canyon Consolidated Justice Court's jurisdiction. This area is patrolled by Arizona Department of Public Safety, so DPS officers. And because they're predominantly patrolling the freeways and the major roadways, we see them charge people with traffic-related crimes. So they will be things like criminal speeding, reckless driving. We'll see DUIs when people are out there camping and traveling around. We'll see also commercial trucking violations on occasion. So it is mostly traffic-related offenses, but if you're stopped and cited and they do a search of your vehicle and they find drugs or they find other illegal contraband, those traffic charges can escalate very quickly, and you'll be dealing with criminal charges that are felonies out of the Mohave County Superior Court. So if you are stopped and cited or arrested for one of these things, it's going to be prosecuted by the Mohave County Attorney's Office. It's a smaller county attorney, it's a smaller jurisdiction than, say, Maricopa County or Pima County. We tend to deal with more reasonable prosecutors out of these courts, but they still follow, fairly strict policies, which means that they are operating based on certain standards that are set throughout their entire office. There are other different justice courts in Mohave County, and so what will happen will be the county attorney at the top in Mohave will set the policies for the different crimes, and those will trickle down to all of the different justice courts. The reason why it's important, the reason why we bring it to your attention, is because many people will think, this is a small part of Arizona, it's a small town, I've never been in trouble before, I should be able to go into court and just talk to the prosecutor, get my case dismissed, or get my DUI reduced down to a non-DUI. In reality, it doesn't work like that, because they set policies, and in order for them to deviate, to break those policies, you have to identify strong substantive reasons to give them the justification to do so. They need to go talk to their superior and say, this is why we're going to offer a resolution that is outside of policy, and that's where defense lawyers come into play. That's what we do. Now, if you're stopped and cited, you're going to be dealing with the county attorney, but you're also going to be dealing with the judge. Judge Barbara Brown was first elected in 2012, has been on the bench ever since. She was previously the head of the court there, so she was actually an interim justice of the peace, and then she actually ended up becoming the official justice of the peace. We don't have a lot of interaction with this particular judge. Most of it is done in writing. North Canyon Consolidated Court, you can imagine, it's kind of in very rural parts of northern Arizona. This judge doesn't require us to travel there, which is a great thing. It's about 5 hours away. I believe you actually have to go into Utah or into another state to come back down into it. So it's a big hike. Most of the stuff that we do is done telephonically. We're able to negotiate with Mohave County, with the attorney's offices, and get things done in writing without having to go and do trials or evidentiary hearings or any of those things, which is a good thing. For most of the people who we're representing, they're not from Arizona, they're passing through, they don't want to have to make a special trip out there, and that's a good thing when we're able to resolve this with minimal interference, with minimal impact, with minimal resources. It's a good thing, and we appreciate that this court works with us and our clients in order to get these things resolved and taken care of. So if you or somebody you know or love has been charged or cited or arrested for a crime out of the North Canyon Consolidated Justice Court, give our office a call. We offer free case evaluations. We practice all over Arizona, all over Mohave County, and so we'll be able to sit down with you and walk you through the process, how things will go, but more importantly, put together a plan for you to ensure that this is not going to follow you around forever. This is not going to take any more time, anxiety, or hardship out of your life. You let us deal with it. We'll make sure it all goes away. So give us a call. Absolutely nothing to lose. Free case evaluations. We look forward to speaking with you soon, and thanks for watching.